lot of how we act in our adult years, let me tell you a little secret, if you didn't hear it yet, comes from your childhood.
Quiet on the set!
Camera speed.
Sound production, take one.
It's true. I swear. They're finding this more and more. More different life coaches, therapists, counselors, psychologists. They are coming to the same theory, same conclusion, that childhood trauma and childhood attachment is becoming more of an accepted, understood concept of this is how it happens. And they're coming into the theory of attachment, which is the theory that your childhood trauma, your childhood attachment, the way that you are first bonding with your caregiver, what that relationship is transmitting to your thoughts, your beliefs, and your behaviors, and what you're getting from that is largely how you're going to show up, or lack thereof, in your adult relationship. So sometimes people will hear the words childhood trauma and they're like, no. They're like, my childhood was fine. I'm not like a traumatized kid. Like, people had it a lot worse than me. It's all relative. You feel pain to the level that you have experienced your worst pain, and your worst pain that you've experienced is relatively equal to everyone else's worst pain that they've experienced, because it's all you know. So pain is relative. There are obviously some really standout exceptions, like severe child abuse or severe sexual abuse, severe physical abuse in a relationship that you were in even as an adult. That's going to definitely stand out a bit and cause a significantly different level of trauma that may seem to register as a deeper level of trauma. It's going to take a lot more reprogramming. It's going to take a lot more work. It's going to have a lot of different behaviors that might be problematic associated with it, and a lot of healing. But for the most part, if we're talking about the masses, okay? Attachment theory is based on your childhood trauma, and everyone had childhood trauma. Everybody. Childhood is traumatizing. Your brain is out here like making patterns and forming all these things when you can't even talk. You can't even say what you need. You can't even, someone takes away your Cheerios, you really wanted them. Your heart might be broken, and you can't say it. So, and that, before you can reason with it and rationalize these things, your brain lays framework. That framework is largely in your subconscious, and it's not seen by you anymore in your conscious brain. You only have remnants of it that come out, and that only if you're willing to examine your behaviors and examine your triggers as an adult are you ever going to figure out what those weird little programmings are back there. And sometimes they're really problematic. They don't apply to your life anymore. They don't apply. No one's taking your Cheerios today, but like, you're still snapping at people and like hoarding all your stuff because Grandpa John took your Cheerios when you were 2.
Oh, Cheerios, yeah.
So not everything programmed in your subconscious is useful in today's life as an adult. But here's the kicker. Neuroscience recently proved that 85% of our thoughts throughout the day are formed in our subconscious.
I actually found out that the percentage is 95%. It's not 85%, which I have thought for quite some time. And this is backed up by Harvard professors. This is backed by neuroscientists. So everything collectively that you're aware of, that you think about every day, is only 5% of what's actually going on in your brain.
The subconscious is the area of the brain that you're not in the driver's seat for. It's that part of the brain that when you're driving home from somewhere and then you get home and you're like, how the hell did I get here? That's your subconscious. Your subconscious was driving. That's what happened. Your subconscious was designed to protect you. It's a protection mechanism that's an automatic. So it learns the environment, and if something was uncomfortable or had enough influence to impact and program into the subconscious, it's going, this is bad, I don't want this, and this is what I'm going to do to keep it away from me. So it's going to do that automatically now every time it gets that signal. So what do we do about this, and how do we recognize this in ourselves? Number 1, look at me right now. Look into my eyes right here in these my eyeballs, okay? You have them. 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 Them.
I'm just joking. I'm joking. But still.
You have some subconscious beliefs that you're operating from that you don't know about. You're doing it. You're doing it every single day. Even if you know exactly what I'm talking about, you still have them.
You're a controlling, manipulative person. Everyone says it.
I don't think that I am.
Yes, you are.
We all will have them. Let's just get that clear, okay? It's all about, one, acknowledging that this is happening, because it is happening. Step 2 is accepting the way that it works. We're not going to find a way to explain these things away. You're giving up on that. It's like your car takes diesel fuel, okay? You've been putting in gasoline, all right? And your car is very ill. It's, if anyone knows how diesel fuel works and how if you put gasoline in a diesel fueled car, it's not going to be too pretty. You're going to ruin the car very quickly. It started up and, it's starting to go down the road and everything, but like there's imminent doom ahead. And what people will first do usually in a situation like this is they will go, that mechanic that worked on this car must have done it wrong. It's these other drivers on the road. They're not driving correctly and they are messing up my car. Must be the dealership I got it from. So imagine you really believed all of those things. It's innocent. It's natural. We tend to look outside of ourselves, oftentimes because we can't see what's in our subconscious. It's not your fault, okay? But what if someone came to you and they said, "Hi, I want to tell you something. I noticed that your car is not working. Somebody put gasoline in your diesel tank, and that's detrimental. Your car is not going to work. Let me help you. We can clean out this gasoline. We can get the parts fixed that have already been compromised, and let's just put diesel fuel into it, okay? We can put the right things into it now once we've figured out what the wrong thing is and take responsibility, and we can put the right thing in it. How about that? What would you say to that? So all I have to do is just take out this stuff that I've put in here. Yeah. It's wrong. And then put in this stuff that is right. And it will run perfectly.
I connected those dots and I came to the very same conclusion.
Yes, please. It's a no-brainer. Why wouldn't you do it? If you can accept that the subconscious mind is going to, regardless, whatever you put in that tank, that is what is going to rule 85% of the time. So you need to figure out what is in there. You need to learn how to deprogram anything that is no longer serving you and how to reprogram things that will get you what you want. No one else has the power, only me. I'm the one that's in control of it. I can do it all by myself. I don't need anyone else to cooperate. Stop. So happy. I am on board, okay? I do happen to know how to do this, and I have been doing it myself recently, and it is amazing. This is quite literally how you can form your reality. Things that you want in life, this is how you can make sure that you get them and that you have the right mindset to get them. The roadblock in the way, the mountain that is in the way. Hey, honey, the mountain is you. Me? Well, the mountain was me. Me? The mountain is me. Me? The mountain is you too. The truth is, the mountain for everyone is their own self. You're the mountain in your way. When you're done pointing around and blaming everybody else and blaming that person who hurt you, blaming your parents that didn't love you right, blaming the friends that didn't stick around. When you're done doing that and you're still unhappy and you're still having the same relationship over and over again and you're having the same friendships over and over again, you can face it now or you can face it super later in life. And like, it's me. I can control me. Perfect. I can control me. Your subconscious mind can really serve you. It's a useful thing to have because it can protect you. It can tell you when something is dangerous. It can harness your belief systems and really bring those out in times that they are needed. But if there's things in there that shouldn't be in there, and we all, I promise you, have things in there that shouldn't be in there because it's not foolproof, it can be detrimental. It can keep you from the exact things that you're seeking consciously. I like to say that your subconscious mind is a self-righteous know-it-all because they just love to be proven right. And they'll do anything. They'll stop at nothing to be proven right. And they're in charge 85% of the time. That's problematic. Let's say someone who has been cheated on often in relationships in their past. They're probably a little upset about that. They probably don't like that, and they probably would rather that doesn't happen anymore. So they're going to be really sensitive to that, okay? What do you think that someone who that's happened to would have in their subconscious mind? They probably have some programming that says, women cheat on me, men cheat on me. In relationship, people lie to you, people betray you. So if they have that programming in there, they also have signals that they associate with the fact that this behavior is likely. Since I said that your self-conscious mind is a self-righteous know-it-all, it is dedicated to proving these things that you believe are true, because that's how we stay protected. We can find out that these things are true. If we can find the evidence of these things, they are true, and we are protected because we're going to push them away. We're going to call them out, and we're going to not let that happen to us, and we are going to be safe. Okay? So this person who has gotten cheated on notices that when someone gets text messages late into the evening or late at night or in the middle of the night, lots of text messages that they don't share with you, that in the past that has meant someone's cheating. Okay, this person might have done a lot of healing. They found this great partner. They seem like everything is just so healthy and so different from their last relationships. They've talked about what they believe is expected in a relationship, what constitutes as cheating. Their partner is very against cheating. They are on the same page about it. That is not something that they would ever engage in. They've said that that's just deplorable to them. They would never. Very reassuring. However, subconscious is not convinced, because you know what subconscious is convinced of? Partners are cheaters. So they need to find the evidence. They need to sniff it out, because that belief is in there, okay? And it will operate. It will.
Dream lover, come rescue me. Ooh. The fuck was that? Did this mofo just get a text message at this hour? No. No. No.
Subconscious is going to be in the background going, are you dumb? What? It's obviously a bitch. Wake up. Hello.
Maybe it was spam. I'm just gonna try to go back to sleep. Dream lover, come rescue. Are you kidding me? Oh, it's probably that chick he works with. Oh, boss, I want to come in on the weekends, please.
If that phone goes off one more time, I know I'm right.
Cheating. Lies.
Hello. He's lying to you. He's cheating.
Definitely lying.
Okay? Depending on how deep this subconscious belief is programmed and what emotions have been associated with it. Cheating is probably pretty heartbreaking. So you might come on a little strong and you might accuse your partner. So let's just say that this person accuses their partner and they say, who is texting you? Why is someone texting you this late? You know, they have a little bit of an attitude, right? The partner is like dumbfounded. He's like, where's this coming from? I've told you, I don't know who's texting me.
Don't believe you.
It's Ryan, my high school best friend. Like, I don't know why he's up at this hour, but it seems like he's drunk or something. I think it's his girlfriend's birthday. We got invited to that, but who goes out on weekdays when we're this old, right? Like, anyways. Yeah, I'm going to put my phone on silent because I need to get some sleep. I have to go into the office tomorrow.
The one who accused that partner is going to be like, okay, wow, what a great guy. Your heart's going to stop fluttering. You're going to breathe. You're going to calm down. You're going to go, okay, I love this man. Like, this is great. This is great. He's nothing like the people in my past. That one incident, unfortunately, of proof the other direction is nowhere near the beast that it's going to take to kill that monster that is in your subconscious.
That says
They all cheat. Look at the history. They all cheat. He's no different. Just wait. We'll find it. We'll find it. And they will. Unless you recognize that in yourself right that moment and you go, oof, okay, I am applying things from my past to my current and I need to fix that. And then you work on it and you get this out of your subconscious. If you don't do that, this will happen again and again and again and again. And each incident is going to escalate a little bit more because the same time that you are getting more and more suspicious and you are needing more and more proof to make sure this isn't happening, because subconscious is working in overdrive. Like, I am going to find it. They are relentless. Like, I'm going to find it. So they're searching constantly. Well, 85% of the time they're searching. So you're no match for them. They will find it. And they are going to continuously accuse your innocent partner of this by questioning them, by maybe looking through their things, by being very passive aggressive, by developing stories in your mind that aren't happening. They're going to see a change in you that they don't like. It's going to become really annoying because they're not doing it. You're going to trust them less. Everything's going to be a question. You said you were coming back from the store 5 minutes ago. Why did it take you 10? This person's going to feel like they have to start walking on eggshells. They can't tell you that someone additional was at the party because you always think they're cheating. They can't tell you that the new assistant at the office is a woman because the last female coworker that you had, they had to spend hours upon hours having arguments with you about a woman that they cared nothing about, and every single thing she said to you at work, and every single thing that you said to her, and what she wore to work, and what was her relationship status, and How did she look at you on Monday?
Stage 1 is the subconscious belief presenting itself, where it is only happening within one person's mind and it is not actually happening in reality for the other partner.
And they're exhausted at this. They feel attacked. They know they're not doing anything wrong.
Stage 2 is when the person on the receiving end of the accusations begins to navigate or counter this behavior with their own coping mechanisms to help them get through it. Or, oppositely, as this may present as a why bother type of attitude, a hypervigilance, or even beginning to second guess or doubt themselves.
So they start to leave things out. They start to tell half-truths. They start to hide things. They start to be less forthcoming with you to avoid your attacks that aren't warranted. You're going to inevitably catch them in one of these little lies. One of these little lies to avoid your interrogation, you'll eventually find out one of those. And then, and then subconscious is very, very, very satisfied. Subconscious goes, uh-oh, I knew it. He just lied to you. You have proof now. Look, he lied to you about this woman. Why is he lying to you about this woman that's so insignificant? I told you I'd show you. I told you I'd show you. I told you. I told you. That is going in the permanent file folder. That is just boom, slam dunk. Cheater. Liar. Liar. Cheater. Pumpkin eater. Written. Signed, sealed, delivered, stamped, filed. It's going to be harder and harder for your partner to convince you that that's not what's happening. Me personally, I think cheating is like one of the dumbest things ever. Like, why are you even in a relationship? If you're feeling compelled to cheat, why don't you just like end the relationship and then you don't have to cheat? But I know that it's more complicated than that, I guess.
Now, I do just want to take a moment to point out a few very important caveats to number one. It is completely possible that you could have a subconscious belief that could sabotage you and at the same time end up with a partner who is actually doing things that are unacceptable and would be unacceptable to most reasonable people within the parameters of a relationship. So if a partner is mistreating you, it is undoubtedly going to trigger your inner protection systems. And it can become extremely confusing regarding who needs to take responsibility for which part. So you could hold the subconscious belief, for example, that you are not enough, and then also end up with a partner who criticizes you, excessively mocks you, and treats you as an inferior. And then when you bring up these issues and how they're making you feel, if they are aware of your tendency to devalue yourself and that you tend to lack self-love, they're likely to deflect to your insecurities to explain the claims that you're making instead of seeing it in themselves, because it's likely they don't see it in themselves. Or if they do, they are doing this intentionally, and it can go either way. So you can see how a situation like this could get a little confusing to deal with. So just try to remember that feeling suspicious, picking up on a shift in behavior, or becoming jealous is not always a sign of a subconscious belief. The key part here is a trigger will be something that doesn't match the situation, and it seems like it might be rooted in something deeper. Becoming jealous because someone is doing something that makes you naturally jealous is not necessarily a subconscious sabotaging belief. So we're going to talk a lot more about how to recognize which one it is and how to learn to better trust yourself and your judgment in my next video.
Now, back to the part where you're being the toxic one and it's all that stuff in your head that is accusing your loyal partner of cheating, okay?
A lot of times, this very behavior, it's going to put a wedge between the two of you emotionally. Your partner's not going to feel like they can talk to you. Your partner's not going to then feel emotionally close to you. They're not going to feel bonded with you. That's going to trickle into physical intimacy as well. That's going to be lacking. And there's just going to be a lot of tumultuousness and turmoil in that relationship and toxicity. And that partner's going to want to distance themselves more and more away from you, which leaves them open to the comfort of other people that are around, that aren't questioning their every move, that aren't destroying their character unwarrantedly, that aren't constantly accusing them of things that they would never do, that aren't constantly dedicated to misunderstanding them and constantly dedicated to accusing them of being this person that they're not. Sometimes it just takes that one person that feels warm and comforting that time when they're just so desperate for needing it or missing it with their current partner that just is mad at them all the time for going to cheating that they're not doing. And that's when sometimes cheating then can happen. So that full circle process is actually called self-fulfilling prophecy. And it's where what you believe and what you repeat and what you have influence on into your environment constantly over and over and over again will eventually become what is. You believed it into happening when it wasn't happening. And
Yikes.
what a bummer. Like, God, what a bummer. We all do this too, by the way. The times that I've realized I've done that, such a bummer.
Genius.
Catch my next video to find out the steps to figure out what is in that subconscious of yours so that you can figure out what might be in there that no longer is serving you, to make room for things that will make you that much closer to all your goals, all your hopes, all your dreams, that perfect relationship that you know you've always deserved, so that you can find that fulfilling love for yourself, so that you can find that fulfilling love with a partner, so that you can better love your children, your family, anybody, your friends. This is the key to healing. It's all what's going on in there. Subscribe, like, hit the like button. Yep, tap it. The bell, I think, is notifications. I think that's important. You need to click the bell. You need to click the bell and like just watch me, okay? Just want to say I'm getting a new mic tomorrow, so I won't have this little thingy thing that I have to like move around like, hey, where's my mic, guys? Here's my mic. Please like and subscribe.
Action!
I'm getting this sick mic that's gonna be like, it like hangs down, and I found it on Amazon, and it's like, I'm gonna be like a real freaking podcaster, YouTuber person. I'm very excited. Do it right now. Do it right now. Seriously, right now.